got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Dreadnoughts of Honolulu. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They'll start with the option. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10. And they're on 17-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. So for 30-some-odd years, we held the Pro Bowl here in Hawaii, but all along what the locals here wanted was a team of their own. And now they've got one, and they could not be happier. And I don't say that lightly because they always seem happy here. But now this could be the start of something really, really special. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Okay, they'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
79 Broncos. Go street.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Dreadnoughts, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Ravens, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
2nd and 2. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good for K. First and 10 at the 36.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Barkley, inside handoff. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Go!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. And you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Dreadnoughts are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Hey, report.
This time, Jackson will throw it. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down.
But you look at this defense.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Throwing is Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On a quick 2nd and 6. Mitchell now off the option.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Right back to Mitchell here.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Here's his 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Calling no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Let's go.
They work now on 2nd and 9. In motion, Slayton.
Dragon 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
2nd and 9 now. Hyatt has got it. Now he's loose down the left sideline. He may go.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
Complete to Jalen Hyatt. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here we go.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll look to throw here.
Hyatt there to grab it.
Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt from 10 yards out.
And the Dreadnoughts have cut it back within a score. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
To Zay Flowers. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Second and 5.
13.
Here's Jackson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. With it is Jackson. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
19 tight. Riggs. Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Come on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18, Pioneer. 65 cat. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Go, Reed, go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's 2nd and 8. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Check smash, check smash. Warrior 70. Ready, right?
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 6. Hey. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 down to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Mustang 19. Let go.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
19 Lions. Hey, Smash. Go.
Back to throw here. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as his corner comes to. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
49-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to win.
And now off to the races down the right side. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over. Your call of this play, partner.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dreadnoughts 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. You got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance.
It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Mitchell. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Ravens 35, Dreadnoughts 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Ready.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It got his man complete. It's a big play there. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Down to about the 32. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Okay,
here
ready?
now a 3rd and 20.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, All you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gallagher. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
17. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Street. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Hurt. Panther 11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Riggs. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Back to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, They certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance